has to rank as a milestone in my life. I suppose being appointed to your first head coaching position in a major university has to rank with such events as getting married and the birth of your first child and things of that nature. It is a tremendous honor that I feel very humble, very grateful for having been given the opportunity. I leave with a lot of misgiving in the sense that I dearly love the University of Virginia. I was there for 4 years, and during that time became very fond of the people involved and the coaches. I think that the relationships and the mutual respect that was enjoyed by our staff and our players was unique. I received several phone calls this morning from members of my former staff members, co-staff members, and actually I would almost felt sometimes like breaking down in tears to leave them. So you might ask, well, why would I come to Wichita State? And that answer is very simple. After having arrived here yesterday, I had the privilege of talking at great length with Mr. Katzenmeyer and your fine president. And there was one thing made very clear to me, that Wichita State is on the move. There's progress going on here of the type that, at least to me as a head football coach, I would have to rise to the bait. I think that the challenge that is present here would have to interest and intrigue any man who is a competitor, and I like to think of myself as a competitor in the game of football. I suppose most of you would have in your mind asking me the question, well, how long is it going to be, Coach, before we can build a winner? And I don't think there's anyone in the world who can answer that question exactly. Well, I'm not too familiar, of course, with what I had done in the past. We do what we think is best and what we feel is the best for football and for our situation here at Wichita State as we see it. We feel very strongly that football is a wonderful experience for a young man to have taken part in. We think that it's going to help him become a better person. We know that football teams, winning football teams, are built with pride and school spirit and desire and morale and all those things, and these are the areas which we feel that are going to receive the greatest part of our attention, and we think that if we can achieve these goals and get some good football players in here, we can win.
There's a complete new picture down at Wichita, Ben. The new staff, a new squad, a new stadium, and the new turf, and tremendous enthusiasm. What's it all add up to?
Well, let's hope that it adds up to a bright future. I'm very optimistic. Our staff is equally so. We've all been winning coaches and past experiences, and we don't intend to be a loser here very long. And we're hopeful for this year that we can come out and be a little lucky maybe and win our share.
Well, Ben is one of 4 new coaches in the conference. I imagine you accepted with relief the fact that your coaching confreres didn't pick you to win the title your first year.
Well, this is one advantage, I guess, although I think if I had my druthers, I'd rather be the champion and trying to defend something than to try to rise up from the bottom. But it is a heck of a challenge, and we're sure looking forward to it here at Wichita.
Well, Coach, the Shocks will report in about 10 more days, 12 more days. What's it look like on paper right now?
Well, Jack, we're a little thin. I'm sure everyone would say the same thing, but I think we have probably more facts to back up our statement than some of the other teams might. We have basically the same team that lost 10 football games last year, and we have our work cut out for us. I believe we're pretty well set on defense. I understand that last season this was one of their major weaknesses, but we think we have some of our better young players on defense, and this probably will be our strongest part of our game.